And let me tell you what, folks, I may have to look away from time to time. My first live broadcast here. This is I'm not Joe Rogan. I regret to say, but going to do the best I can. And a little commentary before we get to the questions and your comments. Some of your comments, I got to be honest with you, a little out there, but well, I'm going to read them anyway. So here we go. We got this 2 week ceasefire in Iran, and I assume Israel just didn't get the memo, right? Because they're bombing Beirut now. Okay, it's almost like God. Did they want the war? Here's the thing about the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, and Iran is not in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, they don't have their military's depleted. Okay, so let me break down what the problem is there. Okay, the only thing that needs to happen is them to fire one drone or one missile into that strait, or for one vessel to freighter to run into a mine. Okay, the insurance companies have made it clear they're not paying for any claims that go on there. So the Strait of Hormuz is not actually open, so we're all clear. Okay. Now, the United States, from what I understand, I'm not there on the ground today, has stopped military operations and the bombing again. Now we got 13 days left. Okay, but in order for the United States to take full control of the Strait of Hormuz, it's going to be close infantry combat, ground troops. And the American people, they do not want ground troops, folks. And President Trump knows that. He knows that. So he's trying to settle this war. What he wants to do, I mean, he's not looking for a long fight. I'm telling you, he wanted to knock out this, knock out that, do this, do that, make sure they never get a nuclear weapon, put their navy underwater, etc. As far as he's concerned, mission accomplished. Okay, I mean, I don't. People say, well, we didn't win the war. Well, I don't. I'm not sure what you mean by winning the war. I mean, if our navy was at the bottom of the ocean and we can't get a plane off the ground and all our missiles are depleted, I'm going to say, hey, we probably lost that one. Okay. So at the end of the day, again, the problem is that Israel did not seem to get the ceasefire memo, and they continue bombing in Lebanon. Now, people say, well, Lebanon's nowhere near Iran. Hezbollah, Hamas, proxies. I think basically Israel is this small guy. They got this huge monster standing next to him. And I think they're just taking advantage of it because it's our weapons, our planes. Where do you think they got? Where do you think they bought them from? So that's basically what's going on in Iran right now. Is they can't open up the strait because if Iran fires one drone, it's all hell is going to break loose. So there you go. Again, there is. You have the opportunity in chat to put a question in. I can answer that live. Now that I can do, and I'm going to go ahead and get to your questions and your comments. So again, I don't expect 700,000 people to show up today. I might just be talking to myself here, but I'll edit this later, put it out there, and then maybe some of y'all can watch it later. But I do want to get to your questions. So here we go. Let's go. First, we have IK1111. Drewski's video was the funniest video I've ever seen all year. I mean, it was funny. It was hurtful, but it was funny. And I know those who, hate Erica Kirk think it's hilarious. And people like me who are indifferent, I thought it was funny. And people who support Erica Kirk thought it was hurtful. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, her being a handler or a government agent or any of that kind of stuff, I sure hope I'm telling you, I'm almost hope it's true. I'm hoping she was a co-conspirator in the Charlie Kirk assassination, because I got to tell you, the things that have been said about that woman since her husband died, since she's been a widow with 2 kids. I mean, I got to tell you, I sure hope all the stuff that the folks out there are saying is true. Here we go with another one. We got Zen Marks. There is something truly dark about that widow. I mean, here's the thing. She doesn't come off as, all that sincere. That's a big problem for Erica Kirk right there. Right there. I mean, again, the only thing I can do is judge what I have in my own life, and that's this, okay? I die, right? My wife, we have a funeral, we have a memorial, and my wife's selling T-shirts and my face and hats. I'm not going to like that. I'm not going to like that. I mean, Charlie Kirk, you got to admit, love him or hate him, he did a great job with TPUSA, going out to the college campuses, getting young people to vote for Trump. I mean, that is a tremendous feat. And there is nobody in TPUSA that's going to be able to do that, is going to put a young 31-year-old intelligent guy willing to go out to the college campuses and have these conversations. I mean, Erica Kirk sure as heck can't do it. And, the rest of the fellas that or the folks that work at TPUSA, they sure as heck can't do it. Give me a call. I'll go out and try it for you. At least I'm, I communicate halfway decent. I mean, but yeah, I mean, is she dark? I mean, she's been dishonest. She's been dishonest about her boyfriend. She's been dishonest where she's been. She had a lot of money before she married Charlie, but it does not appear in any tax records that she made a whole lot of money. So, I mean, is something dark about her? I mean, s- so here's a funny one right here. We got Google user 7126. This one's pretty funny. She's a nobody and part of the CIA. She is a nobody and part of the CIA. Um, is she part of the CIA? Again, you see, there you go. This is what I'm doing here right now. I and you, Google user, have absolutely no clear, tangible, physical evidence to support that she works with the CIA. You got no evidence of that. Nothing you could bring into court that a judge would say guilty or that a jury would say guilty or that the state's attorney or district attorney or US attorney would proceed with. So, I mean, does she work for the CIA? I got to tell you, I mean, not that I know of, but I don't know what to think nowadays. I really, really don't. So here we go. We got Jose Billy B A 8128. I'm confused. She never really acknowledged the video. Obviously, his team is behind the narrative. People don't want to hear it. I like him and understand questions towards her, but the game works how I'm thinking here. So, I'm confused about your question. I think I know what you're talking about. Um, look, as far as acknowledging the video, I'm not sure if you mean the Drewski video or the video where she's yelling at everybody because of the un F USA tour that the Democrats are on. So anybody doesn't know what that is, so you got TPUSA, you had Charlie Kirk. He went out to all the college campuses, et cetera. Now the Democrats have their own version. It's called UnF America. Yeah, I think it's UnF America. And so when TPUSA, let's say, is going to the University of Virginia, and I'm just making that up, the UnF America folks go there too to have to combat them and have some kind of viral moment because that's how they all communicate nowadays. So let's see here. We got two-piece dreams. Two-piece dreams. All right. I got you. So Charlie went around the country telling black people they are not intelligent enough to do certain things. And you are saying he didn't have the balls to tell his own staff they're ignorant. Uh, Also, okay, so let me stop there. This is one of those long ones, so give me 1 second. And it's Erica with a K. I'm just kidding. Um, so Charlie, I'm not sure if Charlie told black people they were unintelligent to do certain things. I mean, send me the footage, joe at joerosano.com. I mean, I'd be happy to take a look at that, put it in the chat. But, you know, Charlie Kirk basically said things like this, okay, that, you know, that you have X amount of Caucasians in the country, a large amount of Caucasians. You have people of color who make up the minority, and they commit the majority of the crimes. Now that's not my words. That's Charlie Kirk's words. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's telling black people that they're ignorant or that they can't do certain things. And am I saying he didn't have the balls to tell his own staff they are ignorant? I don't know what he told his staff. Wasn't there. But again, if you have anything, you could send me, and I can verify it, which I certainly will. I'll come on next time and say it. Let me finish your question here or your comment. Also, maybe she didn't try to sue Drewski, but she didn't like that parody. Who would have? I mean, again, love Erica Kirk, hate Erica Kirk. I mean, if that was me or my wife or my sister, I mean, I wouldn't like it. I mean, really, I mean, that he didn't do that to be nice. It wasn't pleasant, you know. So yeah, I mean, really, but she didn't like the parody. Yeah, what human being would want to be humiliated? The craziest thing about Charlie is so many supported and loved him. I think it's so many loved him what he said and had a platform, and he broadcast the golf club's backyard biker bar conversations. He was protected. Erica should be a widow and raise her children and stay away. She's not protected. That's not love. Well, hold on. Hold on. Who says she isn't protected? I'll tell you what. Here's what I'd say. If you see Erica, try to approach her and see what happens. She's protected. Oh, believe me. Okay. I mean, uh, Erica Kirk had $2 million before she married Charlie Kirk. She got $5 million that they donated to her when Charlie was assassinated, and $10 million he left her in an insurance policy. So what? Okay, so let's say that's me. Okay, I got 6 bodyguards right now. I'm paying. I go to grocery store. They're going with me. I'm telling you, she's got protection. And look, he had a platform and he broadcast the golf club's backyard biker bar conversations. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I'm not that smart. But if we're talking about down to earth conversations, I mean, look, here's what I think. I think Charlie Kirk's agenda, well, he was a conservative and he wanted conservative ideals, and that's what he spread. Okay. But I don't think he wanted trouble. Okay. And he certainly didn't want to get shot or blown up or his microphone detonated or whatever they're saying out there. We'll get to that one. Can't I'm not exactly sure. Jessica Burns 4788. Ronald Reagan planted these seeds. What are we talking about? Iran? Well, there was a war in 1980, Iraq-Iran war, and the United States at that time supported Iraq and gave them weapons, etc. So if that's Ronald Reagan planting the seeds, I mean, here's the thing. I always get back to I was alive in 1979, right? I think I was 10 years old at the time. There's my age, everyone. Do some math. I remember the hostage crisis. I remember just like every day, it would be a newspaper on the table at my house. Day 31, day 32, day 200, etc. Okay, blindfolds on a bunch of Americans, 444 days. So, I mean, did Ronald Reagan plant some seeds? That is possible. That's possible. We got Miller Time 3591. Don't apologize. She's a bad actress. When did I apologize? I apologize. When? I'm dying to see this. If you could find the clip where I apologized, I'll take a look at it. I don't apologize, and because I caught her in a few lies, and so did a lot of other people. So I'm just saying that her behavior is just so strange. Getting back to the other question, Erica should be a widow and raise her children and stay away. Now that's what Charlie wanted. He wanted her to be a trad wife. So anybody out there over the age of 40, that's a traditional wife. All right, he wanted her at home with the kids. I mean, if he were alive, not alive, but if he could, he's looking down from heaven right now, and he's probably saying, "Hey, we didn't. This is not what we discussed. I didn't tell you to take over my company as CEO and start yelling at everybody." I couldn't tell you. I got to tell you, but I didn't apologize. And yeah, I mean, bad actress. The only thing, from what I understand, is she did a few episodes of reality TV. I didn't see her in any movies lately. And again, if there are some, let me know. I'd like to check them out. Thank you again. Let's see here. We got uh, one one contrabida. I guess that's it. Contrabida. Can't blame her. And this is about Candace Owens. Can't blame her for making a couple bucks. 50 million so far is the guesstimate from 20K. My gripe is how she made the money by using and manipulating her way at the cost of her friendship with the only man she adores in her life and the legacy that he died for, literally. It goes on, but I'm going to stop there. Two problems with Candace Owens. Okay. For those of you who say you act like Candace, you talk like Candace, you watch Candace, and you say what Candace says. No, I don't. I definitely don't. Here's my two problems with Candace Owens, okay? And a lot of my family, close friends, they love her. So, it's not going to be received very well. The whole Macron's wife penis situation uh, look, when I decided to do a podcast, right? I said, you know what? I'm not going to come on here and do a conspiracy show or lie to people. And I'm serious, and I'm not going to do that now, right? I need evidence to come on here and say something. Like Erica saying she didn't have any boyfriends 5 years prior. Okay, and we know we know Massey and Sanford and Harrelson and the other guy, Cabot Phillips. Okay, we know these fellas, right? So we know that's not true. So I have no problem coming out here and saying that. Okay, but to say, any females out there who are biological females, okay, if somebody were to say, hey, this this woman has a penis. I'm not going on the internet in front of a camera behind a microphone and saying that unless I say it. Unless that woman drops trowel and has a penis and testicles, then I'll report it. But any man out there, okay? Any man who has biological male, and somebody says you have a vagina, I'm not going to come on here and say that either, unless I see the darn thing and I can prove it. So yeah, and I'll tell you, my second problem with Candace Owens is this: if she feels the way she does, okay, my gripe right here, reading this comment, my gripe is how she made the money by using and manipulating her way at the cost of her friendship with the only man she adores in her life. She got a husband, so we're going to throw him in there, and the legacy that he died for, literally. Me too. Me too. I would have a lot more respect for Candace Owens if she went on there and said, "Hi, the following show is about Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk. In this particular show, I'm going to ask you, please don't make a donation. There will be no advertising on this show. I want to find out what happened to my friend, and I'm doing it for free. Sincerely, Candace Owens." But nope, nope. Now, as you said here, make a couple of bucks, $50 million. I mean, I don't know. She got the number one podcast in the, well, she did. I think she's third now, something along that line. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if she made $50 million. That seems like a lot, but she certainly, look, I'm a podcaster. God bless her. But, again, if my friend passes away and under some strange circumstances, and I want to find out what happened, and I'm going to use my medium to do it, use my platform to do it, it's not going to be me getting paid because my friend got shot. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Again, folks, want to invite you out there to, if you want to put any of your questions in the chat here. Let me see if I can put one out there. Oh, we got one. Here we go. Uh, can we please change the name of the Joe Rosano show to the Jar Rosano show? I mean, even then, jar women can still have penises. Even even then, jar, because you're talking to me, women can still have penises. Oh, are you one of them? You YouTube loop? Or what? Women can have penises? No, they can't. I can't stand when people say that. Here's my jar right here, brother. I guess it's brother. Okay, or they. Here's my jar right here. Okay, so the Jar Rosano show. Yeah, I'm gonna come here and say, "Hey, I'm Jar." No, Joe Rosano show. All right, I'm a proud Italian. Yeah, I mean, even then, women can still have penises. Well, here's the thing. Okay, look, if you're a male, and I'm not sure, and somebody said you had a vagina, look, I mean, do you want me to come on the internet and say that? Do you? I'm asking you, do you? Uh, I mean, I'm going to put this all out here. I mean, I don't hide anything here. Here we go. Can you please change the name of the show to Jar Rosano? Uh, I just, I got to tell you, if you could, I am not sure I understand what that means. I mean, even then, Jar, you can call me Jar. I don't care as long as you're here, and I appreciate it. Women can still have penises. A biological woman can't have a penis, sir. Okay, I can't get pregnant. All right, I'm a guy. I'm telling you. I'll tell you. Want me to take a pic? Give me your DM. I'll send it to you. Okay, but what I can tell you is this. Okay, I can't get pregnant. I can't get pregnant. Okay. Women don't have penises. Men don't have vaginas. That is it. And that is that. God, I'll tell you, that gets on my nerves. It really does. So let's see. What else do we have here? We've got Candace Owens is revolting. Just a useless shill for billionaires. Well, I'm not sure that Candace Owens is for billionaires. I mean, she got a large audience, and I know a lot of people who watch her that aren't even 100,000 heirs. So they love her, they do, and it begs the question. Sometimes I wonder if I'm in a wrong business. If I should come out here and say, tomorrow I'm going to give you the receipts. Tune in, make a donation. You see you next time. I mean, I don't know. Just some folks, they just don't like it. They just don't like sometimes, and I've always wondered that. I mean, I always thought that people had this natural thing for wanting the truth, right? I do. And that's what they're supposed to be doing, isn't it? They're supposed to be, everything is supposed to be the truth, is it not? I mean, they are supposed to be proving things, right? Look, Baron Coleman, I got to tell you, a smart guy he is. He's doing an investigation. He's doing a treasure hunt. There's a new clue every show. I caught the end of it yesterday, and he's like, "Well, we're out of time, but tune in tomorrow because I have some more." Well, stay on. You've been on for 3 hours, sir. With 3.5 hours ain't gonna hurt you. Again, I like the culmination. I like the ending. Okay, I don't like a cliffhanger. Right? I mean, do you like that, folks? I mean, tell me, put that in the chat. Do you like watching a Netflix show, 10 episodes? You get to the 10th episode, man, I can't wait. Tune in next season and we'll tell you what happened. I mean, that gets on my nerves. That gets on my nerves. All right, what else are you saying here? But there are men out there that can and have gotten pregnant. I mean, are you joking around with me? Who got pregnant? Who? Oh my God. Let me think here. What did you say? We used to think you could be a decent guy, Jar. And lastly, it's genuinely disappointing that you've bought into these culture war stuff. What do you mean culture war stuff? Look, I got to get to the other questions and comments here, but what do you mean? Culture war stuff. All right, there was a culture war from 1992, yeah, about 1992 until 2015. And at that time, the left won. Merry Christmas, you're a freak. Okay. If you don't clap when there is the pride parade going down your street, you're homophobic. If you don't agree with everything Barack Obama says, you're a racist. I got it. If you don't vote for Hillary Clinton, you're a sexist. Got it. And it worked. It really worked till Donald John Trump came along. No more DEI. No more biological males punching women in the face in the boxing ring. No more young girls swimming their whole life and then have to swim up against a dude and finish second. And no, nope, 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 nope. Let's get to the next question. I dig it though. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. So, where were we? It would bother me much, but can't produce verified evidence at this point. She's hoping to find one before the people who follow her realize they've been bamboozled by Candace. If I wrote a book, I'd sign it and send it to you. That's exactly right. Let me read that one more time. It would bother me much more, but she can't produce verified evidence. And I'm not talking about the receipts she says she has. I'm talking about in court uh, for the prosecution, Your Honor. I'd like to produce this. Now, she could say that Candace was a bad wife or lies or dresses weird for a widow. But there is no concrete physical evidence brought into court that she was a co-conspirator to kill Charlie Kirk. And I'm not saying she isn't. See, that's the thing. I'm not saying she's not a handler. She's not a what government agent, what the folks my age call, she wasn't a spy, right? She's an asset, a government asset. And she has a boss, like anybody watch Get Smart, like Chaos, right? You might have to Google that one, some of you, that she reported back to. I mean, What I've done, okay, let me give you my Erica Kirk thing here. What I've done is I tried to put some common sense to this, right? And just look at it as an outsider, which is exactly what I am. Okay, so here we go. Let's start the story from the beginning. You got Charlie Kirk. Now in 2008, 2020, yeah, 2020, he wasn't what he was in 2025. Okay. He was about 26 years old at the time, give or take. Okay. He's not the massive TPUSA guy yet, right? But I guess they thought he was on his way, right? So what they did is they got Miss Arizona, right? Who happens to be working with the CIA, as another one of our viewers just put on there. Okay, working with the CIA. She's an asset. Okay, she's a handler. All right, so your target, Charlie Kirk, shows her a picture of him. Oh yeah, I think I've seen that guy before. Okay, well here's what we want you to do. Okay, we want you to infiltrate his organization by all means necessary. Okay, like Apocalypse Now, right? We want you to find Colonel Kurtz. Okay, so next, we want you to try to have him get together with you. Okay, try to be attracted to you. All right, so there's your orders. Here's a burner phone if you got to get in touch with us. Okay, so Erica goes out into the world, right? Meets Charlie Kirk. Instead of hiring her, TPUSA is like, I'd like to date you. Okay. All right. You know what? Miss Arizona, I don't know, 26, 27 years old. Hey, man, you know what? I'm not hiring you either, Eric. I think I might want to date you. Okay. I can't say I blame him. I got it. We got you, Charlie. If you're watching up there, sir. Understood, Charlie. Now, so the plan's working. He falls for her now. Okay. So she is, again, CIA, government asset, foreign government asset, whatever you want to call her, secret agents, 0069, anything you want to call Erica Kirk. Okay. Operation Mockingbird is underway. Okay. So then she gets her target to ask her to marry him. Okay. See where the story's going? And then she allows her target, the Mockingbird, Charlie Kirk, to impregnate her 2 times. 2 times, okay? I mean, I gotta tell you, okay, now let me pause the story here. First and foremost, I gotta tell you, whoever her handlers are, whoever is the chief of control, the guy with the eye patch, the guy with the suit who's running Erica Kirk, or Erica Franzway. Okay. Wow. They did a pretty good job. Seriously, they sent an asset out there, right? And it worked. It worked. Wow. I got to tell you, I gave that one, I didn't even give that one 50-50, and it worked. Then, then her target, we're going to call him the Mockingbird. Um, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing for the donors. Okay. He's out there, college campuses, he's taking money from the donors, etc. Okay. Everybody knows these stories. Then he goes rogue. Something's going on at TPUSA, and he wants to do a Doge style audit, which their lawyers call a Doge style efforts. I'll say Doge style efforts. They don't send me a letter. All right. So then he goes rogue. He won't take money from the donors. Okay. He wants the company audited. He's starting to wise up. Okay. Oh man, Mockingbird is on fire. So Agent double O 69, Agent Erica Kirk. We need you back here at headquarters. All right. We need to meet you at the coffee shop. I'll be the guy sitting there with a patch over my eye. Okay. Well, Erica, we got a problem here. Look, I know you may have grown very fond of your target and you have children with your target, but we're going to have to pull the trigger on this. And you knew that this day would come someday. Okay. So I need you to make sure he's here, make sure he's there, et cetera. Make sure you have an alibi. We want to get you as far away as possible. Okay. But, Operation Mongoose is now in effect. Okay. We got to eliminate the mockingbird now. All right. Am I the only person out there who because I tell you, I got family and friends who swear by this, who tell me I'm crazy for not thinking this. Am I the only person out there, folks, who thinks that's kind of far-fetched? I mean, I gotta tell you, I remember that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Sharon Stone, right? I put it in the chat. I just can't seem to remember what it's called now. But yeah, she was his fake wife. And then yeah, Quaid, I think his name was, he went rogue. All right. He wanted to go to Mars as a secret agent. And she pulls out a gun or a knife, tries to kill him. Right. I mean, that was one thing, but this is quite another. So yeah, everybody is going to find out they've been bamboozled by Candace. Funny you should say that because I sort of said the same thing. She is called Erica Kirk an evil woman. Okay. She's had series about Erica Kirk, the bride of Charlie, which if you're watching, your staff's watching, that was pretty funny. I mean, that was pretty clever. I'm gonna give you that. The bride of Charlie. I kind of wished I would have thought of that one. I hope you're right. I hope she's right. I hope Erica Kirk's an asset. I hope Erica Kirk was involved in a co-conspiracy because if not, yeah, Candace Owens, her reputation's finished and she's finished on television. Nobody's gonna watch her anymore. So here we go. We have Las Vegas next exit 12:30. Here's a little comment on giving Trump praise for going to get a pilot that was shot down. Do you realize he complained that there was a 200-man operation to rescue the pilot on the lawn of the White House on Easter? But then you also have to remember his statement about him liking guys that don't get shot down in his last term to realize the guy does not deserve praise because he didn't actually do anything. All right, that's another long one. Let me get to the second part in just a minute. Donald Trump is the commander in chief. That operation does not move without his say so. You know how controlling he is. Okay, he stopped the war, he stopped bombing to go get two pilots, which again, let me say this. In Vietnam, you know how many planes got shot down in World War II? How many planes got shot down? I mean, watch the movie Midway. Okay, planes crashing in the water and this and that. Okay, so one pilot gets lucky. The other pilot, he's hurt, and he's got to survive in Iran for 48 hours. Can you imagine that? If I was in Iran for 10 minutes, I'd be losing my mind. So yeah, I am going to give him credit for that. Uh, because what do you think? What do you think he did? He had no idea what was going on. No, he ordered it and he watched everything from the Situation Room. That's how he is. Shouldn't have to tell you that. I would bet that Trump didn't know that would take 200 people for a rescue. Judging from his statements, I would give our military all the credit for saving our service members, not Trump. Okay, yeah, I mean Trump didn't go to Iran and jump out of the helicopter and save anybody. I got you. I got you. But he's president of the United States, the commander in chief of the United States military. I mean, he gave the order. He gave there was 155 aircraft that were used for that operation to save one person. So yeah, I am going to give President Trump credit there. Look, yeah, did he say that he likes guys that don't get shot down? He also said that he likes guys that don't get captured, like John McCain. That's just the way the man communicates. I don't like some of the stuff he says. I've said that right here on the air. I don't like a lot of the stuff he says. I didn't like his Easter tweet. But I mean, yeah, he ordered that operation and he deserves credit as the commander in chief for ordering the operation. Uh, let's see here. We got Mark Simmons, 1575. Love your show. Keep up the truth. Stop saying the money shot. You know, here's the thing. I'm not talking about money shot from Pornhub here, folks. I mean the money shot, man. I mean, the culmination. All right. Look, if I watch, I like mini series on Netflix. I don't like the 10 season deals. Okay, except for maybe Dexter, right? I want to watch like 3 episodes, and the beginning is a person does this, and the ending, we know what happens. They found the treasure. They found the money. They arrested the suspect. Okay, they found the real killer. That's just me personally, right? And what happens when they find the killer, the true killer, not the one everybody thought it was, and then at the end they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe wasn't the butler. It was the ex-wife." That's the money shot. It's the money. That's the buzz, right? That's the buzz, and I dig it. I mean, I don't mean you get the money shot. Like, don't tune into Joe Rosano show thinking you're going to get some a Peter North money shot. Mark Simmons off 1575. I mean, you're going to get the story. You're going to get the story in one episode instead of 20 of them. It just wow, I just can't stand that. I guess he hates Jews. This is Edward Taylor. I guess he hates the Jews and is pro Iran and is also anti American. Maybe he moves to Iran. You talk about Donald Trump. I guess he hates the Jews. I mean, does it look like it? I mean, it seems to me that he does an awful lot for him. He makes an awful lot of concessions. Okay, I'll tell you what. We talk about the truth. Talk about Joe Rosano is an honest guy who brings the truth. Here we go. Here's the truth. Right now, there is a ceasefire, and Israel bombed Lebanon for crying out loud. All right. I mean, it reminds me of a buddy of mine, right? Okay. When I was a young guy, I got into some fights, right? There'd be like 6 on 6 in a bar and the fight's over. Right. Everybody's all right, man. Whatever. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, whatever, bro. Okay. And you had to have one guy on either side had to throw one more punch. And that's exactly what Israel did. And they weren't in the negotiation. Said, well, why would they be? Who the heck? Who are they? Yeah, I'll tell you my Israel problem here, okay? Because I'm not anti-Israel. I don't dislike the Israeli people. Bibi Netanyahu, I got to tell you, the guy's got a lot of stones. All right, he did an interview one time. Said, "What's the most important company? TikTok." Okay, and we as far as X Twitter is concerned, we need to talk to Elon. Talk to Elon about what, sir? um, Prime Minister Netanyahu, what do you want to talk to Elon about? Elon Musk bought X, Twitter, and it made it free speech again. So what do you want to do? Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Netanyahu, what do you want to do? What do you mean? I want to know what you want to talk to Elon all about. I mean, because think about this, folks. If the president of France has said that, the chancellor of Germany, okay, the prime minister of Great Britain, people would be outraged. For seems like, yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu says it, nobody's mad. I didn't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's see here. I got this question before, and I'm going to read it again because I really like this one. It's from Honey Jean 85. The demise of TPUSA was very predictable. TPUSA was a founder centric organization. And remember, there's a Z in organization there, Honey Jean, next time. I'm just joking. Statistically, a founder centric organization that loses its leader won't survive. Can't agree with you more. And, nobody said, hey, there's TPUSA. No, everybody said, hey, there's Charlie Kirk. Who's coming to your campus? They didn't say TPUSA. They said Charlie Kirk coming to my campus. So yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, I agree, Honey Jean. I just don't see how that operation stays afloat without Charlie at the helm. Because I got to tell you, I wouldn't like it very much. So let's see, what else do we have here? I also think U.S. soldiers are expendable. I agree with Trump. I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that. Let's see. What is this now? LOL money shot. Joe is porn brained. I'm not the one who thought it was bad in the first place. The money shot is just, hey, man. I mean, first of all, the money shot was said hundreds of years ago, right? Centuries ago. Somebody would say the money shot. I don't know if it was centuries ago, but long before, there was internet porn, the money shot was you got the ending, you got the culmination, you got your answer. Now I got to tell you, my wife doesn't like me saying that either. I mean, yeah, I just oh, and there you go. Movie Total Recall. I'm gonna put it right out here for you. Thank you so much. Well, you actually did something. YouTube Gloop. Man, YouTube Gloop. What did I do to you? Um I have one question though. Why did you not replace the stock placeholder photo in the frames behind you? That's out of line. That's all right. You know what? I'm not cutting you. But all right, really. Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe that's a compliment. Maybe thank you, I guess. It's my wife and daughter. And, I mean, if you look, it might be a little blurry, but you could tell she looks a little bit like me. And, my wife is a smoke show. Of course. Yeah, I got myself a trophy. So, yeah, yeah. Again, now you don't have to be sorry. It was a joke, mate. Here, I'll put that on here. I know it was. I know. I think it was funny. Should be on a poll. Hey, you know what? Now that I am going to address, I got to give myself credit. Okay, my daughter has never been on the poll, never been near the poll, and I'm very, very, very proud of that. You have a lovely family, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Back to these really cool questions here. Got a few more like to do for you folks. Let's see here. We got Lydia. It's Linda, Lynda. At least 13 of our military bases in the Middle East have been made unusable and abandoned. Where'd you get that from? I'll look that up. I'll check that one out, Linda. If you could reply to that and send that to me, I'd like to see that. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just not sure about that. I don't know how to answer it because I don't have facts surrounding that one. But I really appreciate that. Let's see. I follow Charlie on a couple of different social media. This is Bobby, Bobbi. I followed Charlie on a couple of social media platforms. I didn't follow TPUSA or those in positions with TPUSA. Just the other day, I thought, I sure miss Charlie. Oh, Bobby, that's nice. I got to tell you what, you heard this here. Charlie Kirk going to be president of the United States. There's no question about that. And let me tell you why, because the conservatives loved him and the young people loved him. I mean, really think about that. When you were 19, 20 years old, did you vote for George H.W. Bush? No. Everybody voted for Clinton, right? He played the saxophone on television. It was I don't know, I mean, the young folks don't like, bond issues. So let's see here. We have Miss AK-47 Amy. I might be scared to read this one. AK-47 Amy. They are absolutely trampling his legacy, not to mention Erica with a K. Yeah, wow, that was a good one. It's usually a C, most folks. Saying 100% it was Tyler Robinson goes against Charlie's morals and upholding the right to a fair trial, innocent until proven guilty, and against his constitutional beliefs. There's two sides to that. Okay. I agree. I agree with Charlie believed, innocent until proven guilty, fair trial, etc. Okay. Now, people just mentioned my wife and daughter behind me here, right? Uh, if something were to happen to them like that, knock on wood, I'm blaming everybody. There's no fair trial. I ain't forgiving anybody, right? If the police say Tom did it, get him, get him. Let's start the trial tomorrow, so I can watch him. I can watch him get the lethal injection or whatever it is they do. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. When you're in that frame of mind, at least me, I don't care who. I don't blame everybody. I don't care about fair trials, and then I want my family's killer brought to justice. Let's say could say the same thing about you with Candace. You jelly, bruh. Dreamer's dream. Am I jealous of Candace? I like her money. I mean, yeah, her audience, sure. But you know, I just do I like the fact that she says women have penises that she hasn't held in her hand? No, I don't. Do I like the fact that she brings receipts every other day and then has more receipts after that and receipts after that? No. Do I like the fact that, there's no cold, hard, smack you in the face CSI evidence? No. Nope, not jealous. Not jealous. We got Lydia this time. Influence? Question mark. We should consider the impact of our foreign policies on our allies, run things by them, then maybe consequences to our choices we have not considered. We need to play nice in the sandbox and get along. Nope, no. Playing nice in the sandbox with Israel and they just bomb Beirut. Run things by. I got to tell you, President Trump is right. He's not right all the time, but he's right this time. We, and that means you, Lydia, we pay a lot of money in taxes to defend Japan, England, Germany, Poland, NATO. Really, I mean, who do you think when they say NATO? Who they talk? That's about the United States. That's who they're talking about. All right. If Russia attacks Germany, right? It's the United States who is going to use most of the ordnance to combat Russia, right? So yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't play nice with anybody. Kelly Bosco, overall, Joe, very well spoken, and all very true. Wow, Kelly Bosco, thank you again. If I write a book, I'm going to sign a copy, send it out to you. Let's see. I'm going to do just a few more here because some people are just a little out there. We got Archie 444. You tell him, Joe. Give him hell. Okay. Remember Harry Truman? No, you guys don't, because I wasn't born then either, right? Well, they used to say things to Harry Truman. They used to say, "Give him hell, Harry." That was one of the things he was known for. Like when he would make a speech, people in the crowd would say, "Give him hell, Harry." And Harry Truman said, I tell the truth on them, and they think it's hell. That's me. I tell the truth on them, and they think it's hell. Uh, okay, so who's this? This is Carson GXD. I saved these for last because they're really nice. I'm going to try to enjoy this channel because I appreciate the truth. Carson, again, same thing. If I ever write a book, a signed copy coming. Um, I I try. I really do. What's the Joe Rosano show? Joe Rosano show does a few things. Looks at a fake AI video that everybody believes, comes on here and says not so fast, it's fake. Okay. The worst. The worst. Okay. The worst. I'm a big animal lover guy. I'm one of those animal rescue guys, right? I always say at the end of every episode, don't forget to adopt a pet. You have sick, evil people, and there's sick, evil people in this world. I think everybody watching knows that. They get the dog, okay? They get the dog. They tie a dog's arms together, paws together, put a bag over the dog's head. And I'm sorry this is so graphic. They put it out in the woods when it's raining. They get their camera and they film themselves rescuing it with music. Like, who's that dumb? Well, a lot of people, because a lot of people will comment, "You're wonderful. What a great guy you are. What a great job. Where can I make a donation?" See, I'm the guy, right, who catches the magic tricks. He's palming it. Remember that one? Hey, there's a wire. That's me. I'm saying I'm the guy who, like, does not let the magician's sleight of hand fool you. Okay. The guy is not levitating, folks. It just looks like he is. Right. Nobody's a mind reader. And these card tricks, I mean, you can YouTube some of them. Sometimes a person will do card tricks and you'll pick a card and he'll guess the card. Next thing you know, it's in your pocket. He did not, okay, uh, make that card disappear in the third dimension and reappear in your pocket. It's a pretty good trick, right? But it's not real. It isn't. I mean, otherwise, think about that. Okay, if I had the ability right now to tell you, pick a card, you pick the three of the ace of diamonds, right? And I tell you to put an X on it and I crumble it all up and I throw it in the darn garbage can. You go in the garbage and look for it, you can't find it. Next thing you know, it's in your sock. Okay. If I had that ability, I'd be a trillionaire right now. I'd go to Iran and I'd stop the missiles. Okay, like Neo. No, right? No, guy's not Neo. So what I do is I catch the guy trying to fool you with the card trick and say, look, it's been in your sock the whole time. Okay. Guy got a hold of your socks and put a card in it. That's the Joe Rosano show. So yeah, I do. I'm so sick of watching fake news, fake AI videos. Okay. And it's all Fox News too. Fox, CNN, MS Now, all of them. Podcasters, same thing. Independent media like me, saying they do the same thing. Fake. And we don't do fake here. That is it, and that is that. Folks, I will tell you this, in closing. Um, let's see here. Let me see, I'm gonna do one more from this gentleman. I gotta leave you in peace now. We'll tune in next time when I get a chance, but again, stop the hoonages. What did he say? Hold on, let me get that back up here. Hoonages on Twitch one day, and you control me back. Oh, okay. I guess he's on Twitch. He's Poonages. He tells me not to say the money shot, but his show is called Poonages. Wow. And I gotta say, wow. And here's what how I want to close out my first live show here is to tell all of you how much I really appreciate it. Really. Two people show up, 100 people show up, 1,000 people show up. It doesn't matter. I greatly appreciate every single one of you so much. I try to answer everything, no matter how nutty it is, from Poonages here. Again, those tell me don't say money shot. My wife did tell me not to say that. I mean, I guess my mind doesn't go in the gutter like some people. I was going to call my show The Money Shot with Joe Rosano, but Lord knows what that would come up on Google. I ask if you could please see if you want the truth, right? Want me to call out these fakers? I need help. Because here's the thing, like, if I wanted to do an interview with Candace Owens, let's say, all right, some people, feel that she's disingenuous, etc. You really think about this. Candace Owens is going to condescend to talk to Joe Rosano? Not a chance. Not a chance. I need at least 2 million viewers, 2 million subscribers before Candace Owens even said hi to me if I saw her at the mall. So I need help. So if you could kindly click the subscribe button, like, share. That's a big one. When you share with your friends, that must mean something. The algorithm likes that. Click the notification bell, all the latest episodes of The Joe Rosano Show. YouTube.com at The Joe Rosano Show. Facebook slash Joe Rosano, Instagram at the Joe Rosano Show, and Twitter. That's a big one. X. I got more followers there now. I'm so happy. X, and that is at Real Joe Rosano, Twitter X. And as always, my dearest friends and fellow Americans, from the bottom of my heart and my family, God bless you. Don't forget to adopt a pet. Get them out of peril. We'll see you next time.